Today, we're going to talk about pigweed. Hey, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. It's Shelly here. And today, we're going to talk about amaranth, or commonly known as pigweed. So, I'm back here in the potato patch. And as you can see, our potato patch is ran over with pigweed. Check that out. And this area right here, all of this had pigweed in it too. And I came back here yesterday morning. I was out here early in the morning and I started pulling this stuff. And as I was pulling it, I thought, what exactly is this? Because on our homestead, I don't know what all this stuff is. So I try to look it up, see if it's beneficial. I mean, people say that they're weeds, but I don't know that they're weeds. And so I wanted to learn a little bit more about this. I have an abundance of it. And I'm sure that some of y'all do too, because it can just take over places that, have been cultivated or whatever. They're probably in that seed bank in the ground. So anyways, I want to share with you some of the things I've learned about pigweed. So this stuff is actually, it's amaranth. It's also known as spiny amaranth. If you look, you see right in there, it's got spikes on it. And when you pull it out, boy, them suckers hurt. And even if you put this into a compost pile, it takes a long time for those spikes to break down. So, if you're working in your compost, you might run across a thorn or two, even with that. But when I started looking this up, I was curious as to whether or not it was in any way beneficial. And lo and behold, guess what? It is. So one of the things that I want to point out before I turn this around, right here, those are my potato plants. There's a whole row of them up through there, and you can see. The amaranth, the leaves have been eaten down by, let me see if I can find one of them little fellers. They're these little black and white striped bugs. I don't know what they are, but they are eating the fire out of this stuff. And really, see, you can tell right there, they just go to town on it. And I want to say those are seeds. So this part of the flower, this part of the plant, this is the male part, and then the female part is actually down on the flowers that come up, like where those spines come out. There's little flowers that'll come in there, and that's the female part. So these seeds are falling all over the place, which is probably going to wreak havoc next year. But one of the things I want to point out is that the bugs are having a field day with the amaranth, and they're leaving my potatoes alone. They're not eating hardly anything on that. So I'm actually, either they're not attracted to the potato plant, or maybe this is just tastier for them. I don't know. But I wanted to get a lot of this pulled out because I've got sweet potatoes growing back here, and my sweet potatoes need the sunlight. So, yeah, that's what I was trying to accomplish. Here are some of the bugs that are busy eating that. I'm not sure what they are. They fly though. So when I started looking up what this is, I found out that this plant is actually native to South America. And in South America, they grow it for forage for their animals. A lot of animals don't like getting into this. And I'm sure, like another kind of amaranth that doesn't have the spines on it, or thorns, whatever, is probably more appealing to animals. But they don't really like messing with this, probably because of the thorns. However, I took a bundle of it out to just like 3 or 4 stalks of it, and threw it in one of our chicken runs where our meat birds are at, and they started picking at it and eating the leaves off of it. They didn't mess with the stems or the spikes or whatever, but they ate the leaves off of it. So one of the things, this amaranth is one of the most calcium dense plants that there are, more so than just about anything else. They also have a very high percentage of protein. It's like 23%, which is, you know, comparable to a bag of feed that you get for chickens at the store or whatever. Everything that I found said that chickens can eat it, pigs can eat it, but cows, sheep, goats, that it's not really ideal for them, and in high quantities it can be toxic. If you have, it has a tendency to pull nitrogen out of the ground, or any kind of like place that's been fertilized or whatever, and that's what makes it not really good for animals, because it has so much of that comes out. Or it can store that up in the plant. What else did I learn? Oh, there's several medicinal purposes. There's several medicinal purposes that you can use this for. And, you know, if you all are interested in that, I'll let you research it, because I don't want to like sound like a doctor. I'm not a doctor. However, there are things like it can help with upper respiratory issues. It can help with stomach issues. It can help to stop bleeding. It can help with skin issues like eczema and things like that. So, do some research. There's all kinds of, medicinal properties to this plant. But, if you have this, and, you know, we're always looking for things that we can feed to our animals, and especially if it's on our property, right? My rabbits love it when I just go out into the field and cut grass for them or hay out there and feed it to them fresh. They love that. So in this day and time when chicken feed is super expensive, I don't know what you all are paying for it in your area, but around here, my daughter actually works at a Rural King and gets a discount. And if she buys feed, because her and our other daughter, one of our other daughters, help to go in on our meat birds, and so they're getting part of them, so they're helping to provide feed for them. And when she gets it at her discount, it's still over $10 a bag, which is high. And some of y'all may be paying more than that. Some of y'all may be getting it for less than that. My laying hens don't actually eat as much as the meat birds do, because we've got the chicken tractor on steroids going there to help, you know, offset the cost of what they eat. But yeah, we're always looking for things that we can feed them. So right back here behind me, I've got the sun in my eyes and it may be hard to see. Let me move over here. So right back here behind me, all of this area right here, that is that amaranth. And it looks like I can pull it and throw it into my chickens, and they like it. Like I said, they don't eat the stems and they don't eat the spines or whatever, which is fine. But it is, again, very high in protein and very high in calcium, which are both things that my chickens need. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Just a little tidbit that I learned, and maybe you all can turn a nuisance into a solution. So anyways, I hope you all have a very blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great day.